Welcome back to Fatim Ali in Fatim Ali's kitchen. Today in Fatim Ali's kitchen, guys, we've got you cassava fish and beans. Cassava fish and beans is a very nice dish in the Gambia. So this is the ingredients for it. We've got our fish all nice and clean here. We've got the beans here. I'm using black eyed pea beans. I'll show you how I do with that later on. I've got frozen cassava that I bought in the packet here. You can buy a fresh one as well if you prefer a fresh one. I've got some onion here for the sauce. I've got 2 white onion and 1 red onion, which is going in the sauce. Tomato paste here, 1 tube that I put in this bowl. Spring onion that I blended with garlic and some chilies, that is going in the sauce. I've got lemon juice here, 1.5 tablespoons, half a teaspoon of salt and half a teaspoon of pepper that I'm going to add on the fish here to season it. I'm going to season it with my clean hands as we always do. And as you can see, the fish is all nice and clean, and I've put lines in them so that the seasoning can go in, and also when we fry it, the frying will go in and all of it will cook all the way through. I'm going to wash my hands. I'm going to put a clean film on this and leave it on the side for a few minutes while the marinade go inside the fish. So now I'll show you what I will do with the black eyed pea beans. I'm going to pour some in here. I think that will do. That's my black eyed pea beans, guys. So I'm going to wash the black eyed pea beans. I'm going to wash them all nice and clean, and then I'm going to fill it with water and then put it on the stove to boil it, because it needs to cook the black eyed pea beans. So as you can see here, guys, I've added some water in the beans, and then I added quite a lot because I want it to cook all through. And I'm going to add some salt in it, about 1 tablespoon, and then I will be cooking this for half an hour before I take it out. Okay, but I'll show you as we get to it. So moving on to the cassava, guys, and just put it half open and then pour the cassava in here. So for those of you who don't know cassava, cassava is a root veg, and this is how it looks. Normally back home we eat cassava raw, like this one is frozen, but when you buy a fresh one you can eat it raw. When you peel it, it's got a skin on. I'll try and find a picture of a cassava, how it looks, and then I will add it on the video so that to give you an idea how it looks. But you can eat it raw. It's a very nice root veg. It tastes so lovely, but I'm going to boil it this time to eat it with our beans and fish. So I'm going to add some water to it all the way to cover it, and then I'll put that one on the stove as well. So guys, this is how the cassava looks when I put water on it. So I'm going to put that one also on the stove here, and then add some salt to it. About 1 tablespoon goes into that one as well. And then I'm going to put the lid on, and that one will also boil, but I will check on it as I go. Okay, so that's that. And I'm going to put a lid on this one to boil it. I'm going to blend these onions, but that one I will use it later. And I've also got 2 little Maggi cubes that will go in the sauce as well. Please keep watching, guys, because it's going to be amazing. It's going to be very nice. You don't want to miss out. Okay, guys, as you can see, our cassava is bubbling up. You can see. Can you see, guys? This one is almost ready now. So I'm going to turn the gas off and leave the cassava to be in the hot water for a little bit. Let me have a taste. As you can see, guys, you see, when you stick your fork in, it goes straight in. So that shows that the cassava is cooked. See, it's even breaking into pieces now. That's cooked. I'm going to turn the gas off. I will leave it just for a little bit in the water, and then after that I will drain it. So as you can see, the bean is all nicely cooking. So we're going to turn the gas down a little bit and let that water to dry underneath it. We need the whole water to dry under the beans. We don't want to see any water in the beans, so that needs to dry. Okay, I'm going to put the lid back on and let that water dry. I've got some oil in the wok here. So the fish has nicely seasoned here, guys. I'm going to take the cling film off now, and then I'm going to start frying it in the oil. So the fish has nicely fried. Now I'm going to take it out, drain all the oil down, and then I'm going to stick it on here. And you see, nice one. So I'm going to wait for the oil to be hot, and then I'll do exactly the same with the other two fishes as how I do to this one. Guys, so this is our fish here, all nicely fried. And also, as you can see here, I drained the water out of the cassava. As you can see, it's all nice and hot, waiting to be served. And that is the main one I want to talk about, guys. Let me show you how. See, the water has all dried under the pan. Can you see, guys? That was what I was talking about when I was doing the beans. I said you need to make sure your water is all dried like that, and then now turn the gas totally off, because we don't need that to be on now because it's ready. Yeah, so that's done. So today we're going to be killing ourselves. Okay, so I put the lid back on that and let that wait there as well. So in here, guys, I'm gonna move this. Sorry, guys. I need the space, guys. It's so busy in the kitchen today, but you just have to bear with me. It's a busy meal. Everything has to be on top here. Right, so I have changed my pan. As you can see, I took the wok out where I fried the fish in, and then I didn't get rid of that oil. I used some of that oil that I put in here. So I'm going to be frying my onions for the sauce for the cassava and the beans and the fish. And this is the spring onion and the garlic with some chilies that I'm going to add. So I'm going to fry these all together until it is very cooked. Alright guys, our onion has fried nicely. So at this point we're going to go on and add our tomato paste. And then we're going to stir. In this pot here I've got chili, pepper and salt, and they're all teaspoon of each, so I'm going to add that as well. You need to give it a good stir to make sure everything is all mixed together. Also guys, my lovely guys, I've got a secret that I want to tell you about this recipe. So if you stick on to watch the video, I'll let you know what the secret is about later on. So keep watching. So okay guys, as you can see, everything is nicely fried in here. So we're going to go on and add some water to it. And I'm going to then add the 2 Maggi cubes that I said earlier. Right, and then I'll give it a good stir. So I'll leave this to cook for about 3 to 5 minutes, and that should be it. Okay. Alright guys, the sauce is now ready and everything else is ready, so we're going to dish out now. And then we haven't forgot your secret. It's still at the back of my mind here. I'll tell you in a minute. So guys, that's all that we've got for you today in Fatima Ali's kitchen. The cassava, the fish and the beans with the sauce there. We'll be putting it on the plate later when we're eating it, but that's how it looks after making it. And the little story about it for me was, when I was little, my mom used to sell fried fish at the beach side. We used to clean as many as 50 fish a day sometimes. And we have to clean it all nice and clean, and we have to fry it at the beach side with my mom while she was selling it. So that's my story about this menu, and that's why I like it so much. Anytime I'm making it, my mind goes to back in the day when I was little, how I used to make it, you know, with my mom. So yeah, that's the story about my experience of this lovely dish for you guys. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope you like watching this with me. If you do, please put your thumbs up to like. And thank you so much all the time for your lovely and kind support towards my channel. I really appreciate it. And if you're new to my channel, please subscribe and hit the notification bell right over here, so that you don't miss out on content when we post a new video. In the meantime, we love you all, and see you again on our next video. Bye.